Hello, everyone! And the fourth part of episode 77 was finally released by Boom a few days ago, and we all rejoiced for real. But if you watched my analysis of that part, then you must remember how I mentioned that Boom didn't have time to include the craziest scenes in it, and he had to leave it all for the full version of the episode, which is coming really soon. And I am expecting to see the full version release, maybe within this week, although, who knows, maybe it will even come out sooner than I think. Okay, but aside from the full version, Boom already released some other materials related to the fourth part of episode 77, and I'll show it all to you today, guys. What new details did I notice in the shorts that Boom uploaded on his channel just today? What was hidden in the exclusive posters to the fourth part? And most importantly, what hidden details of the actual fourth part of the episode did I not mention in my analysis that the smartest of my subscribers found out? So if you want to know all the answers to these questions, then get your tea and snacks ready and prepare to watch this video to the end, because I saved the best part for later. Let's go. And be sure to also give this video a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I always appreciate your support. And also don't forget to visit my Discord channel, where you can share directly your own theories and predictions with me. Okay, so if you are subscribed now, let's continue. And let's start with the shorts that Boom uploaded on his YouTube just now. And this video repeats the scene from the actual episode where Astro Juggernaut defeats Titan TV Man once again and knocks him to the ground while saying him to stay down. And at this moment, the Skibidi army led by G-Man attacks. And do you hear this awfully familiar music? Yeah, that's right. It is the very same track that played in every earlier episode of Skibidi Toilet and became so freaking iconic. Apparently, Boom decided to feed us some sort of blue nostalgia and reminded us of the viral glory of his series, which now went the more serious and epic route in contrast to what was happening in the beginning of Skibidi Toilet. But then the music cuts off when the reused and remade puppet of Skibidi Scientist shows up on the screen to apparently make us focus more on it. And then at the end of this shorts, we see how the POV cameraman's camera gets shut down, or maybe we just get relocated to the other agent's camera in this moment, just as it already happened in episode 71. In any case, this shorts was not really heavy in lore or anything, but I still loved how Boom decided to make us all nostalgic a bit, because his trick definitely worked on me. Okay. And now let's get moved to 4 exclusive posters that Boom also uploaded after the release of the actual episode. And this is the practice which he is using for a while already, at least since episode 74. And sometimes he is just posting the most badass moments from his series, but in a better quality, and sometimes he is leaving some secrets or hints about what we should expect in the future episodes. That's what he did with the posters to the third part of episode 77, for example, where he hid the secret phrases referring to Titan TV Man's special plan. So let's take a look at today's 4 posters and see what they might bring. And the first poster depicts the upgraded Titan G-Man, where I can finally see all the details of his new appearance. And in my analysis, I already spoke of all his upgrades and new parts, but what I missed out was this weird metal detail in the center of his forehead. And now I can finally have a closer look at it. And my theory is that what if this clunky construction is somehow connecting G-Man's brain with the rest of his body? And its purpose is to let him fully control all of his parts and details, and that's why he was acting so smooth in the battle with Astro Juggernaut. Because right now his body became so complex that it would be difficult for him to just manually operate with it all. But that's just my theory. Maybe in reality this detail is more cosmetic one, which just shows his former relation to the Astro faction. Because as you guys can remember, lots of elite Astro soldiers have some sort of signs on their foreheads, like the Astro Troop from the first part of episode 76, or Astro Duchess. Okay, and the second poster depicts Titan TV Man with the sassy expression on his TV screen while holding the cannon that he stole from Astro Juggernaut earlier. And I know that some of you guys tried to find some hidden messages on this picture really hard, and so did I, but unfortunately no real words were hidden in this poster with TV Man. And the same thing goes to Astro Juggernaut's image, as this is just a cool poster depicting this badass toilet. But I didn't find any secrets or hints in any part of the screen. But these posters still look dope though. Okay, and what about the last poster depicting Skibidi Scientist's puppet? Well, I actually found one really curious detail in here. Look closer at this puppet's face, y'all. Do you see some sort of cuts on the sides of his face as if it was torn apart but then sewn together? Well, the thing is, that the last time we saw Skibidi Scientist's puppet in action was in the first part of episode 73, where it was piloted by TV Woman sitting inside of it. But once G-Man learnt the whole trick, he literally blasted the whole puppet with the enemy pilot in it down, and that probably affected the general state of it. So probably when the puppet was getting repaired, the state of its face's injuries was so severe that Skibidi Toilets literally had to adjust the whole freaking cannon in his face and sew up the parts from its sides. Okay, and now let's go to the most exciting part of this video, which is also quite hilarious at the same time. Because, well, let's say that I somehow missed one of the cutest and funniest details that Boom put in his series. So I was probably so freaking fixated on the G-Man's return that I missed the kitty that got his epic comeback as well. And we could see him for literally one split second in the moment where the Skibidi army was shown in full. And to make the process of finding him even more, not only was he shown for really just 1 second, but he was also covered behind the wall of dark fog. So guys, I think you should kind of excuse me missing out on this guy, because the way Boom hit him was actually ridiculous. But speaking of the kitty himself, I guess that it's either the same exact kitty we saw back in episode 16, but, slightly boosted, I think? Or maybe it's the completely different cat, but related to the one from episode 16, as they're both fighting on the Skibidi army's sides. And to tell you honestly, I was quite surprised because of that, as we already mentioned the kitty's possible appearance, yeah, sure. But in the context of Astro Juggernaut, actually? Do you remember the cat's paw that he had on his armor back in episode 72? And let's also remember the fact that the Astro Jugger son from episode 75 looked like a literal poppy when his mask fell off. So I would actually expect this kitty fighting on the Astro Toilet side, you know, given all these very interesting and lore-related, details. And now let me show you a couple of comments under my episode 77 part 4 analysis that my subscribers wrote to me. Because that shows once again how dedicated and smart my viewers are, and I want to say thank you for being so cool, my fellas. And the first comment that I found to be really interesting was written by the guy named Dougie529. I don't know if anyone noticed, but Titan TV Man teleported with the Juggernaut's weapon, and you could see it in the end, so he got a really good sample, as long as his slow ass gets out of there. So I rewatched the whole ending scene where Titan TV Man was finally teleporting away together with the POV. And I realized that this guy might actually be right, as we can see TV Man pulling one of Juggernaut's fallen weapons closer to him as he teleports. And in that case, I think that it would be really logical to give Titan Speakerman this red cannon, as it was truly made for him. So now we have not only the chance to still see Titan Speakerman in action, but also to take a look at the Speakerman's armada in any case. And the second comment that caught my attention was this one, where my subscriber wrote, "Dude, just imagine Scientist TV Man watching Titan TV Man teleporting into his giant chamber where he gets repairs. I assume logically that the chamber room will be giant too, and bringing the POV with him like a little pet. I can already imagine TV Scientist just being like this while sipping his coffee. And you know what, bro? I can totally imagine a scene like this. And I must also point out that I never saw Titan TV Man teleporting any survivors with him, and only TV Woman was noticed saving the other agents aside from herself. And the last comment that I'd like to mention was this one. A detail that I noticed in this part is how you can see through where the mask was damaged by Titan TV Man's sword. And what you can see is a human eye and eyebrow, and it's easier to see in the original footage. So this detail debunks the theory about Astro Juggernaut being a dog or cat. But I must also say that it's extremely difficult to see exactly the Astro Juggernaut's face in this moment. But considering that we already say the kitty, and it wasn't Juggernaut at all, I think that you may actually be right about it. And that was all for today. Write in the comments below about how excited you are to see the full version of episode 77. And be sure to subscribe to my channel not to miss my new videos. And also to my Discord, where you can contact me directly and get lots of info for my subscribers only. And that was me, ISOTOILET. See ya!